guys, got another video here. It's been a while. This first little clip, thought I'd show you. Turtle. He's gotten a lot bigger. He's probably twice, maybe 3 times the size he was when my youngest daughter found him in the driveway. He's a common snapping turtle. There's the alligator snapping turtle, which they look a lot alike when they're little. He's gonna run off my hand here. They're less the big thing is the shells. Even though his shell looks pretty gnarly, you know, the ridges and everything, the alligator snapping turtle is a lot more pronounced and spiky. It's more like a dinosaur, really. And the beak is more pronounced. And when they have their mouth open, the alligator snapping turtle has a piece of flesh that dangles that's red colored. It's called a lure. Helps lure their prey into their mouth, actually. Commons don't have that. Commons have you can see the banding, the color. It's kind of hard to see around the shell. And don't worry, he's okay. I'm trying to get him used to handling more. I did a lot in the very beginning and then kind of stopped, especially with all the cancer stuff. You don't want to handle animals too much. Not so, like for me, not so much like getting sickness from them, because my white count is good. It's more, I'm just watching him, making sure he doesn't fall off the table here. It's more, you don't want to give chemo to the animals. So that's why, if you're looking at my fish tank over here, it looks really nasty. I haven't deep cleaned it in a long time. Everybody's fine, it's just it's got some algae buildup, which I'm going to take care of after this video. I usually try to do, doing that, I usually try to do that right before the next cycle, or the next time I go in, which is Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, I'll try to get all my aquarium stuff done that requires my hands getting in it. So I'm gonna pause this, take care of the turtle, and then come back for the rest of the video. Okay. Well, it's been a little while since I've done a video, mostly because not much going on. My hair is coming back. It's thin, very thin. It's hard to tell in the video. And I've got stuff that's long, and then it looks like I've got stuff that's coming in. So it's like some of it's growing fast, some of it's growing slow. But, you know, in the end, hopefully, it's all going to come back, so whatever. Got my CDL permit yesterday, and I had to take pictures, so that's I'm going to have a license. I don't have my glasses on, and I'm bald, so that's going to be interesting. But whatever. Part of it. So, things are going good. Had my normal checkup every other. I have chemo every 2 weeks, and I usually have a checkup after one of those each month. So had checkup, and all the blood work is, excuse me, it's good. I finished up cycle 2, start cycle 3 Monday, and we are going to do 4. So I am halfway done, and that's awesome. And then, so we'll finish up the 4 rounds of chemo. I will go have another PET scan done and see where we're at. And as long as that checks out like they want it to, they're going to hand me over to radiation. And I still assume we're going to do some sort of radiation. I also assume it's going to be less than what they had planned initially, but I don't know. So we cut the chemo from 6 to 4, so maybe we'll cut the radiation in half. I don't know. So I've still got 2 and some months left. But it's not bad. I've been gaining weight like crazy because I can't stop eating because those steroids, they're crazy. I've kind of got it figured out what my normal right now is. So Monday I'll have chemo. Monday night, Tuesday night, I will sleep a little bit, but most likely in around 2 o'clock. It's seriously that, like, clockwork. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll wake up, and especially Monday night, I'll just come out here to the computer and have to won't be able to sleep. The insomnia from the steroids. The last chemo round, couldn't really sleep at all. Like, didn't even get to fall asleep, and then it was. I think I got to sleep at like 5 in the morning, and then got up at 7. So Monday or Tuesday, and then I had a bunch of work on our vehicle that I had to get done on Tuesday. Stayed up late, had insomnia, and then Wednesday there was a auction at a university that I wanted to go to, and so by the time Wednesday evening church came around, man, I could barely stay awake. It was bad. Finally got some sleep. From there the insomnia really wasn't bad. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will have a horrible taste in my mouth from the steroids. There's 3 days that everything tastes bad. 4th day, it kind of goes away. And typically have just a somewhat feeling of, like, kind of crummy feeling. Stomach will be never, like, I've never gotten sick, like thrown up from it, but it just don't feel good. Today my teeth started hurting again. I'm not sure I've mentioned it on the videos. Right around the 4th, or no, right around when I finished up, like, the first round for 2, okay. So each round of chemo is 2 treatments. So the first treatment of cycle 2, there you go. First treatment of cycle 2, my jaw started hurting terribly. Split right down the middle. this side, upper and lower, um, my teeth just started hurting, um, like a toothache, but it wasn't just like isolated. It wasn't isolated to just one tooth. It's not like this tooth hurts. Like I've got a tooth problem. It's like, okay, all of these teeth hurt, every single one of them, and then maybe all of these, and vice versa, or all at once. The pain was moving around on this side of my jaw. Looked it up. That's another thing. Side effect of chemo is because it's nerves. Just like the tingling in the hands, that's your nerves being destroyed by the chemo. That's a wonderful thought. And it will take year, maybe two, for the tingle, for my hands to go completely back to normal. Hopefully I don't have the jaw pain like that. Like I said, the first round of cycle 2, it hit really hard on, like, it comes and goes, and like sometimes it doesn't hurt too bad. Like it doesn't hurt too bad right now. Earlier today, I had to take some pain medicine for it because it was bad. So it comes and goes. It kept me up 2 nights. Sorry. Like that Tuesday night. I guess I don't know, but it kept me up a few nights. The pain. So I got some medicine, some tramadol. Apparently, it's pretty powerful stuff. It still hurts though. It's tooth pain for me, and I think most people, is just when it's bad. It's just like the worst, worst feeling ever. So there's that. That's coming and going. Like I got my first, second treatment of round 2. I didn't have any jaw pain. I did, like, that whole week. It was gone. So, and it just now came back, just today. So, that's probably the worst thing. Like the food tasting bad and then my jaw hurting. That stinks. The bills rolling in. With the disability, I've got Medicare. I always get them mixed up with Medicaid. Medicare. That's like the best thing about being on disability right now is the insurance, because we don't make a ton of money, so insurance was killing us when we had it. So that's been a good thing. Speaking of that, I once, and maybe even during some of this on my good days, I'm going to be helping a friend driving a truck, so that's good. Get some income coming in. Things are, it was never bad, never like I'm not going to die, so there wasn't a bad, like, outlook on life, but it was kind of like okay, we get through this and then we'll see. But things are looking up. We're halfway there. I'll be over half on Monday, and then with this job thing, and yeah. So, like I said, there's not much going on. Not much has changed. I've just kind of gotten into a rhythm with it. There are days where there's been a day or two where I've spent pretty much all day in bed. That's kind of like the jaw pain. It comes and goes. Some days I'm extra tired, worn out, whatever. So, some days the stomach hurts worse than the others, and um, so that's what you get. I mean, modern medicine is good and kind of crazy at the same time, thinking about, poison running through your body to cure you. It's kind of weird, but um, you look at the stuff they did back, even 50 years ago, the medicine they had, a lot of, if you ever look up like some of the stuff they gave people to cure like common cold and stuff like that, it's crazy what they used to do. And then probably 50 years from now, they'll think what I went through is crazy too. Putting poison in your body to cure you, but that's what we have, and it's what works. It does work. There are side effects. I guess if we do radiation, I'm still assuming we are, but maybe with the initially, let me just say this. Initially, I went to the radiation doctor. I don't think they call him radiologist because I think that's something else. But anywho, he said because it's going to be on my neck that they're going to be doing radiation, spot radiation, neck, and then heart area. He said it's extremely likely that the radiation will cause me to go hypothyroid. Basically, it's going to kill the thyroid on. I think it's on two sides. This one on this side, the radiation will basically kill that thyroid, so it won't produce whatever it is. I forget what the term is. Basically, it'll cause me to gain weight and lose energy. So I will have to take a pill for the rest of my life. I was pretty bummed out about that, but that or dying, whatever, I'll do it. And kind of backtracking, but we're talking about what life is like with Hodgkin's lymphoma. My port that they put in for injecting the chemo, it has actually been quite a nuisance. Most people that I've heard, talk to, everything, they get the port, it hurts for like 2 weeks, and then they don't even notice it's there. Mine's moved. It's moved up. I know there's a tumor kind of behind it, so it might be part of it. But it'll randomly hurt, like stinging pain. I still don't like right now touching it. It's still it's got a pain to it. It's not bad. It's never been like, make you fall over, painful. But when I sleep on my sides, so it gets bunched up a lot, and it hurts. They kind of looked at it. They didn't, they just looked, pulled the shirt down and looked. They said it's supposed to bed into your muscle and kind of stay there. Mine, and it kind of builds up scar tissue. So most likely what's happening is mine's moving around, which they do move. Kind of they creep. So that's kind of normal. But they said, it can, cause scar tissue to build up, and what you're feeling is that scar tissue kind of being rubbed on, stretched, maybe even broken open. So that's probably what that is. So, like I said, for me, I've got the insomnia, the funny taste for 3.5 days, tingly hands, jaw pain, port kind of annoys me, and the hair loss, and that's about it. Um, I think I don't think it is that, but there's a thing called chemo brain where you have a harder time remembering or um, thinking, basically. And maybe I have a little bit of that. I don't think it's bad. I was like, it could just be stress. Like, that's, for me, obviously it's not so bad that it's like, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with me. So, I've got a friend in Indianapolis that has Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I think he's doing 12 rounds. I think his was in his abdomen area. And he's doing well too. I feel bad for him. He's had to go through a lot more than me, like a lot more rounds. And like he has hiccups. Like one of the side effects for him is hiccups real bad, and gas. Which I had the gas a little bit just for like one time. I have an acquaintance, a friend of a friend, somebody I grew up with. Her husband also is going through Hodgkin's or lymphoma. I don't believe it's Hodgkin's, and his is very severe. Mayo Clinic kept him in the hospital, and they I don't know all the details, but the chemo was like day after day after day after day. Instead of mine's every 2 weeks, they were doing his, just blasting him with chemo and I believe radiation. So much so that their plan from the beginning was basically take him to the brink of death, seriously, and with chemo, and then let his body rest. He had to get several blood transfusions. Really, really rough situation. And he's coming out on the other end of it now and is doing, as far as I know, he's doing great. Like I said, I don't know him at all, like personally, and I don't really have a whole lot of details on him, but yeah, they hit him hard with that. He had a very aggressive cancer. Mine's not very aggressive, and then my friend in Indiana, I don't actually know a whole lot of details on the particulars, like where his tumors were located or anything. I believe both of them had it in their lower abdomen. I could be wrong. So I'd say out of the three of us, I'm the luckiest one, and we're all doing okay. So it's weird that I know two different people with lymphoma going on at the same time. That's kind of crazy. And then my friend in Indiana, he's also an automotive painter like I am, or body and paint. So that was weird too. I don't think my cancer is caused from doing body work, but it is a weird coincidence. This video is turning out to be a little longer than most of them. So, yeah, not like I said. It's been a while since I did a video because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about, and I haven't had time. I've been pretty busy. So that's where we're at. Just and like I said, we got some bills coming in, so some stuff that Medicare is not covering, especially in the beginning. I actually, luckily, Medicare started because of my disability, which I've had my whole life, but disability actually got onto disability. You have to be on it for 2 years before you get Medicare, and my 2 years was up in November 1st, and in retrospect, maybe I should have just waited until then, but we went in like 1 month ahead. Not even a full month. So, started, I think I got my port and stuff put in like 10 days before insurance came into effect. So, the bills I've got are from before that, and then some things that they just won't cover. So we're not drowning in debt, but just another piece to the puzzle. But we're doing good, so I will. I'll do another video. It might be another long gap. I don't know, but unless something crazy happens, I'll let you know.